Collinwood in the year 1840. Julia and Barnabas have come back to this perilous time, hoping to change history and avert the destruction of the great house in their own time. But nothing here is what they expected. For Quentin has returned alive after having been thought dead, to find his wife married to his friend Gerard. And as Barnabas leaves the great house pondering what has happened, comparing it to what he knows must happen, he makes an astonishing discovery.
Who's there? Who is it? Daphne!
Let go of me.
What are you doing here?
I've done nothing wrong.
You're meeting someone.
No. No, my carriage is broken down on the road. As I was leaving Collinsport. The driver went back for help, but he was gone so long, I thought I might find someone here who could fix it.
Why didn't you go to the house and ask for help?
Why are you questioning me like this?
Because I believe you're waiting for Gerard Stiles.
Who?
You heard the name.
Well, yes, but I've never heard it before.
It's good to have you back.
Well, it's good to be back.
I only hope whatever decision Samantha makes is the one you want.
I want Samantha. It's as simple as that.
Look, come to Rose Cottage tomorrow. I brought something back from the Far East. Something that'll fascinate you.
What?
You come to Rose Cottage and see for yourself.
All right.
Good night, Quentin. Get
Good
some
night.
sleep.
What makes you think I was waiting for this Gerard Stiles? You don't know me, do you? Have we met before?
No, of course not.
What do you know about me? Why are you so suspicious?
I know nothing about you, but you must admit it's rather odd, your story. I mean, you might have sent your coachman to the house.
Well, I don't know who you are or whether you belong here either.
I can assure you I do. I'm Barnabas Collins. But you haven't told me your name.
There's no need to.
I would hate to have to force you.
Why would you do that, Barnabas?
My carriage is broken
My.
down near the main gate.
Well, we'll have to fix it for you. I mean, it wouldn't be gallant not to.
The coachman's probably back by now.
Well, she mustn't walk through the woods alone, must she?
I'll be all right.
Oh, no, there have been many attacks in the woods lately. You see, there's a vicious animal at large. Isn't that so, cousin?
Yes, apparently there is.
Well, I'll take you to your carriage.
No, please don't bother.
Oh, it's no bother. I need the air to relax. You see, I found Cousin Quentin's predicament quite unsettling.
But we should be grateful that he's still alive.
Well, I am grateful indeed. He is my closest friend. Shall we go?
Well, yes, I should be delighted to have your company.
Desmond Collins, at your service. Good night, cousin.
Good night.
I don't know what's wrong.
So Daphne is here. Why didn't she know Gerard's name? Why would she be staring at the house if her carriage had broken down?
She would have come here, exactly. No, she was here for some other purpose. The curious thing is that she said she was leaving Collinsport tonight.
In the present, we thought that Daphne and Quentin were in love. It's such a jigsaw puzzle.
And Daphne is the last missing piece. Now the drama will begin to unfold. We must change it, Julia. You and I. Or else Collinwood in 1970 will be destroyed.
Makes no difference your carriage started working.
I thought the driver stopped because he had to work on it. I must have misunderstood him.
I'm glad you did. Now I wish you'd let me persuade you not to leave Collinsport.
Well, you might regret it if I stay.
Never.
You sound positive.
I am. I have a good feeling about you.
I really must go.
Oh, you haven't finished your tea. You promised you'd have a cup of tea with me. What are you afraid of? We Collinses have a very respectable reputation.
Do you? Tell me about the Collinses, please.
Which one? Anyone in particular? Let's see, I could ramble on about my mother, the world's worst and fastest novelist. Or I could tell you what little I know of cousin Barnabas, whom you so curiously met. Or I could speak of Gabriel.
Quentin. Tell me about Quentin Collins.
So, here you have what should be a happy ending. Only Quentin Collins has come back to more trouble. And that's the saga of Quentin so far. Have I bored you?
No.
You seem so withdrawn.
Well, it's hard to imagine what it's like to be someone else.
I wouldn't want you to be anyone else. You're not planning to, are you?
What do you mean?
Just that I like you the way you are?
Thank you. Were Quentin and his wife happy?
I never heard either one of them complain.
Didn't you?
Hey, what is this? You're a very serious girl.
It's just that I'm tired all of a sudden, that's all.
Well, I'm not going to let you start. Look, you said yourself the only reason you're leaving town was because there was nothing here for you. And now you've met me, and things will change. You'll see.
No, I really must go.
Well, you can't leave tonight. I'll take you to the inn. You should at least get a good night's sleep.
All right, I'll go to the inn.
Good, and I want you to promise that you won't leave until I see you tomorrow.
Well, if I stay, I have a lot to do.
Well, I'll help you.
No, what I have to do, I must do alone.
Good morning.
Morning. You're an early riser.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, thank you. Black, please, Miss Collins. Or is it Dr. Collins?
Oh, Miss Collins will be fine. Would you like a muffin?
Yes, thank you. Tell me, how did you happen to become a doctor?
Oh, I was very interested in it. I spent years studying with a physician privately.
How unusual. Do you have a license to practice?
Not here, no.
Yes, I thought someday you might have a look at my legs. Not that anything can be done, of course.
You were in an accident, weren't you?
Yes, as a child. My brother Quentin. I'm not a ghost, Gabriel. I should have pinned a notice to the door saying missing brother is back alive and relatively well. And you must be Julia Collins. I met your brother Barnabas.
Yes, I heard you'd been rescued. Isn't it wonderful?
Well, you may be one of the few people who think so. Well, why didn't anyone tell me? You were asleep when I came. Well, you could have wakened me. I had a lot of things on my mind, Gabriel. Yes, indeed you did. Well, how did you get home? How did you get out of that storm? You can read about it in my memoirs. Edited, of course, by our dear cousin Flora. Now, please, Gabriel, let me finish my coffee without going on about anything like that. And So, how is our cousin Julia enjoying Collinwood?
How can you?
How can I what?
How can you act as if this is just a normal autumn morning in Collinwood?
Because I simply prefer that it is.
And will Mrs. Gerard Stiles walk through those doors soon?
There is no Mrs. Gerard Stiles. There's only my wife, Samantha, and she is in Boston. Tad is ill there. Not serious. My, I think there's going to be a storm tonight.
The weather seems to follow our moods.
If you'll excuse me, I'm sure you have a great deal to say to each other.
And so did you find out what Samantha is like? What she is really like?
I found out that she is a woman who cannot bear loneliness.
But did you know that while you were gone, she tried to throw me out of the house I was born in?
Oh, my, now, did she? Well, now, if she did, I'm sure that you gave her a good reason. Now, look, Gabriel, I've always stood up for you. I don't know why. Perhaps it's because I feel some responsibility for the way you are. Yes, I know. You're just about to say that I should, aren't you? But you know, you've become so bitter that even I find it hard to find affection for you. Desmond, I've come for my present. Desmond! Laura, I thought you said Desmond was here. Desmond! Well, there you are. Sorry to disturb you, huh? But you did ask me to come over and get my present. And believe me, I'm in dire need of a marvelous present. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing at all. You surprised me, that's all.
Why? You knew I was coming.
Yes, I did.
Now, look, you're not going to start acting strange, too, are you? I'm beginning to think that it wouldn't have been a bad idea if I'd have been lost at sea.
Don't you ever think that?
Desmond, you know, I think it's time I get back some of my old interest. Time I start finding some of the lost world that we can't understand or even see. Well, what is it? What'd you bring me? Something that has a lot of distractions in it for me, I hope.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, what, man? Tell me.
Books?
Books?
Yes, rare books on the occult. I have them right here. I brought them last night. A treatise of white witches, a study of the Druids' use of the supernatural.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You know, I never believed any of that. I know you always have, and Mother does now. But it always seemed to me silly.
What made you change your mind? Desmond? Is something wrong?
Yes. I just realized I've got to get to the village. Come on, I'll drive you to Collinwood.
Well, no, I haven't finished yet. I'd like to look at it.
Oh, you've got to. I have no time, and neither of you. Remember, Ben's funeral is this afternoon.
Oh, yes, Ben. You know something? I'd forgotten all about him. You know, I wonder whatever made him even try to cut his own head off.
Let's not even think of it, huh? Come on, my carriage is outside.
Good evening, Desmond.
May I ask how long you've been here?
Just a few minutes. Why?
You just surprised me, that's all. You know, we missed you at Ben's funeral.
Well, I'm sorry, but I had some urgent business to attend to, but I've come here on something very important to me. I want you to tell me everything you know and found out from that girl last night.
And may I ask why you're so interested in her?
Well, she reminds me of someone that I met once. Well, where is she staying?
I wish I knew. I left her at the inn. This afternoon she was gone. She left no forwarding address.
Then she must have left Collinsport.
I don't know. You know something curious? Her carriage wasn't broken at all last night. Where did she go to?
What's her name?
Daphne? Daphne Harridge. I really want to see her again.
Yes. So do I. You've checked both boarding houses in town?
Yes, there's no one who matches your description. And neither of the houses had any new roomers today.
She must have left town.
The only thing that we know is that she will be back.
Yes, but when? Julia, how long can we keep up this charade? Pretending to be people that we're not? You know, I think I'll go to Quentin. Tell him everything.
Absolutely not.
But he's the only person that would understand.
Oh, Barnabas. We don't know him well enough. We've got to decide what we'll do.
Who left this note for me? Who?
Can the legends be true?